Hi, welcome to Dark Politics Tarot. My name is Nick, and today I'll be reading tarot cards on Donald Trump's mental health right now. But before I get started, I just want to say thank you, number one, to one of my subscribers sent me a very generous donation this weekend through my PayPal, and I have been sick since Sunday, really, really sick. So I didn't get to see all the news and everything, and when I did, it was making me really anxious. But I woke up today, I feel much better, and I think what I needed was to get away from the news and to get away from, feeling so down. And today I feel amazing. I'm really happy because a lot of the things that happened since I've been off of YouTube have been they're going to be life-changing. Now, I had quite a few very crazy dreams, which dreams normally are, but I was given a vision, I think more than a dream, of the outcome of this, and I'm like elated today. So I want to give you all hope. This doesn't mean there isn't a fight that we have to still take action towards. It doesn't mean that the downfall comes, in 3 days, in 3 months. Like, this is going to be the fight of our lives where we take action, and the action is going to work. So I don't want to give you false hope and make you just become, inactive. But I do want to say that it's really important to take breaks, because in me doing the tarot readings, I have to watch the news, so you don't have to. I have to keep up on things. But it also showed me, like, if you don't take enough break, because I took a break on Saturday, but my body was like, it just shut down. I got a virus, and it's telling me that we really need to take breaks so we can keep our mental stability as well as our physical stability, so we can move into action, because now's the time for action. It's not the time to shy away. And I mean, take action in any way you can. And I don't want you to be overwhelmed, because in being overwhelmed, you're like, this news story, I have to fight against the ICE agents. I have to fight against, the economy. Whatever you're thinking, just choose one thing to do. You don't have to save the country. You have to take care of yourself first, your family, your loved ones, your community. And that's where it's going to get really powerful. When we form small communities, when we take small actions, when you just focus on one thing for the day or one thing this week, I'm going to target whatever. Like, my major issue is the environment. So I have been backing Earth Justice, and I write to my senators. I also write to my senators the 5 calls. You can make 5 calls a day, 5calls.org. Like, focus on small things you can do. You can make a phone call, write a script out, and say exactly what you want to say. That helps so much to show the people, the American people, you can't do this to us. We have free speech. We want our freedoms. We want our country, and we want it even better than it was before, because that was not acceptable for us. Okay, so I'll get on to the reading. So the reason I want to look at Donald Trump's health is because it absolutely has collapsed. With the Charlie Kirk funeral, we saw all the insanity right there on stage. All the key players were there. They said, Stephen Goebbels said his Goebbels speech. They have shown us exactly who they are, and now people are waking up. the whole Jimmy Kimmel event had people waking up. Look, Disney crumbled because everybody canceled their Disney and Hulu. So I'm really excited about this, but let's look at Dementia Dictator. And Spirit knows exactly who I'm talking about. Dementia Dictator. And today I'm using, what is this called? The Starman Tarot. It's the book for it. It's a David Bowie tarot, and it's by Davide DeAngelis and Esther DeAngelis. It's a very complex deck, so I wouldn't suggest it for beginners, but I love this deck, and I'm kind of tired of the other ones right now. So let's look at the mental health of Donald Trump. And I'm sorry this is taking so long. Maybe I'll put in timestamps. Okay, so the first cup comes out. You can't make this stuff up. I know you can't see me shuffling, but believe me, I am. I've been reading tarot for 40 years. I don't need to stack my deck. Seven of Cups is about confusion and delusion, and that's what he's in. We all know that. We all know, you know, people watching me have known for a long time. The guy's demented. But now the world, not only the world, the UN saw it. And I think the MAGA folks, I think some of the Christian nationalists, the people that were fans of Charlie Kirk are going, wait a second. Even his wife, Erica, was saying, you know, preaching forgiveness. And we're supposed to believe, you know, the next thing, you know, the dictator comes out and says, I hate my competitors. I hate all of them. That would be me and you. He hates the American people. So that's the first card up. Let's get on. Let's go fast. Sorry. It's going to be a slower video, I think. The High Priestess is crossing him. Okay, the High Priestess is crossing. So the big secret. We all know what the big secret is he's been hiding, and once that starts to come out more, when the victims come out from the e-files, it's not going away. It's not going away, so no, sorry. We have the Four of Cups at the base. That's cups, right? So the Four of Cups, the dictator doesn't like his choices right now. He's so angry, and he is losing his marbles. He already, you know, was a very ill person, but it's gotten even worse because he's been living in his own bubble. So the Star comes out for him. Now, I do sometimes see the Star as Donald Trump because he is notorious. And in the bad part of the Star is the narcissism. It's my narcissist card. So, you know, the Star is a beautiful card of hope. So that could also be a message of hope for us. But we're looking at his brain. The wheels are spinning in the brain. And the brain is constantly turning and twisting and changing. The Three of Wands, what he has to go through to get out of this. Yeah, well, the plans have been put in place, but maybe they're not working. And this card, you know, the back is turned. He turned his back on America. You know, he was never for America. He was for himself. But a lot more people are turning their back, and perhaps he sees that now. Justice is him. He wants justice. That's how he feels. He wants his retribution. He wants his justice. The Starman, which is the Fool card. And it's the enlightened clown, you know, the court jester that knows what he's doing. We mock him, and that's in the environment surrounding him. He's getting so much mocking. And that's how you take down dictators. I don't normally mock people, but, well, maybe I do sometimes. But I'm talking like I mock people in authority, or just ridiculous people that think they're all that, and we know they're not. The next card is the Tower. Wow. The big explosion. That's in the hopes and fears. So I think the mind totally shot. And his outcome card is the Six of Wands. Well, he gets a good outcome card of victory. So Teflon Don still has fight in him, even though we can see the decline. Let's go down to the table. Okay, so I can see that these cards are they're very hard to see. But they're always hard to see in my camera. But they are very intense. There's a lot going on in them, and that's why I like using them. It sparks imagination. But his first card up is the Seven of Cups. And I just want to look at it here with all the symbolism. So yeah, it's what I'm getting from this here is the fact that he's reaching up like Atlas holding, the world. But here it's like a sphere with a lot of, there's like, it's almost like a cage around a planet with some, I don't know, it's like geometric shapes within the sphere. But if you can see, the main card is holding, this round sphere, or barely touching it. But I think this is his mind and his feeling of he's got the world in his hands. So what does he do? He goes off to the UN and he tells everyone off, basically. You're all going to hell, welcome in. And, now I'm going to tell you all what crap your countries are, and you're all in danger. But the danger really is that he has this over-bloated ego. It always has been. He's a malignant narcissist. But I think this is, the challenge here for him. He is in mental decline, but he believes his own stories now. Instead of just knowing it's him lying, he's believing he won 7 wars, because the Seven of Cups. I believe I won all these wars, and I believe I'm the greatest man in the entire world. I'm godly, okay? I'm basically a god, is what the card tells me, like this total insanity. Crossing him is the High Priestess. So I'll let you look at it for a second. Yeah, this High Priestess, what does she have above her? There's a lot going on this card. What it looks like to me is sort of like Isis character. She's getting the downloads, she has absolute wisdom, and it's a feminine aspect of wisdom, and she's getting the downloads, and this is like the Akashic records to me. Like, she's getting all the wisdom, and I think that's us, the people. We're all seeing, we all have seen it, but I think the world is waking up to the divine feminine, to that intuition, to what's going on behind the scenes. I think we're going to see a lot more MAGA or white Christian nationalists saying this guy isn't good for us. Maybe we shouldn't be following him. Or just the white evangelicals saying, maybe this isn't someone we should be following. Maybe this Epstein thing is really true. Maybe he is the deep state. So I believe this is like America coming to their divine senses. Not all of them, of course, so don't tell me in the comments, well, there's this, there's that, they're all against us. I'm saying some of them. Some of them are going to break away. Independents, evangelicals, they're going to break away. Of course, the cult won't break away. Maybe some. Maybe a few, but he's already down in the polls. And the Four of Cups here, oh, there's a heart. Let me just let you see. I can't see it so good when I look in the camera, so I'm gonna have to look at it a little to the side. So there's a hand holding the heart, there's a witch's hat, and then there's like a Jesus statue. So I think this represents, you know, of course him. This is the base of the reading. This is him not liking the outcomes of what he's getting, even though he's so delusional right now in everything he says and does. I think this speaks about his heart affecting the head, heart affecting the brain because of the hat there. And his, you know, his God complex. He's thinking, well, I'm God. Why aren't these, you know, why did Disney go back on what they said they were going to do to Kimmel? And what is there up there? There's a bunch of words, which I can't read. But what this hand reminded me of, the Statue of Liberty hand. In that the Statue of Liberty is, you know, made of iron, and it's green. You know, it turns green. And so this is like America has gone against him. And I think he might be seeing that and getting more panicked. And that's not a good thing, but it has to happen, unfortunately, that America is coming against him with a big smackdown, I think. And this is also, you know, talking about his heart and brain connection here, to me. Okay. In the here and now, in the current situation, we have the Star. So like I said, the Star is a beautiful card of hope. So he could be hoping that, you know, the best outcome will happen for him. But it really speaks to me more about his mental health again. If you look at the head is focused on here, and it's all in gold. Okay, so this Star of Hope is more about his narcissistic beliefs, his malignant narcissism. It's all going around in his brain, and he just can't understand things anymore. So his narcissism isn't full-blown, his sadism full-blown, and it's his brain, like these head, you know, these images of these circles, these spheres around his head, to me are really speaking about his mental health. Now, in the future, the near future, or the overarching energy, is the wheel. So we all know that the wheel is fortune, the wheel is risk-taking. It also has an element of time in it, but it's really a lot of risk-taking. So this to me means, like, we do have to be careful because there will be more danger. The more he slides into absolute oblivion, the more dangerous he becomes. But this also could be a good thing for us, that maybe people in the Republican Party will say, we can't handle him anymore. He's too far gone. He's taking too many risks. He wants too many things that we cannot give him, because we know there is an end to him. And when that end comes, we won't have any, you know, he might have immunity, but we don't. So I think there's a big concern in the GOP about how much more do they want to risk for this crazy man, and what he has to go through to get to his means is the Three of Wands. So he feels like he's put his plans out there and he's just waiting for, all his plans, the Project 2025, that it's all going to come through and he will be dictator of America. So I believe this is him standing with his back towards America. And, he's looking at the future, but again, these circles, and I haven't used this deck in so long that I didn't realize, and I never used it that much because it's a quite confusing deck, but I wanted something interesting. But what I'm seeing here is sort of like these pillars. So it's like he's destroyed our institutions, but maybe they had to come down. But he's turned his back on America. This circular emblem is over his head again, so his mental instability again. And he thinks his evil plans are going to come true. But what he doesn't see, like he's looking sort of down here. He's not like seeing that this crashing down of our institutions is going to make people fight back more. That's where we come in. Again, this is him. This is him in this moment, and he is wanting justice. He wants his retribution. Is that a gun there? I don't know. This looks kind of like a gun. But he wants his retribution, obviously. He's going after his enemies. With this person in this justice card is holding the heart against the mind. So we all know he has no heart. And so it's balancing the heart and the mind. And I think that, again, that mind and heart thing is going on in his brain. And it's sort of striking down on him. I think he's going to have some kind of brain-heart action thing going on in his body. But this also talks to me about, with the heart and the brain there and the gun, if that is a gun, whatever that is, going towards the brain, is like his brain is getting attacked. His heart, we know he's heartless, but he has a physical heart. But also this rod going down through the system here is showing me like there's deep neurological things going on there with him all throughout his body. Now the environment around him is the Starman. This is the sacred clown card. So the environment knows, the sacred clown knows, can laugh at what's going on in the world. They know how ridiculous it is, but they know in order to laugh, laughter gives you power. It relieves stress, and it gives you power to, to move forward in the world. If you see things with a little bit of humor, you can make it through a lot of crisis. So that's why I always say mock him, because that's how dictators are taken down. It gives the individual, the American, a feeling of power when we can mock him and take him down, quite a few pegs. But it also is something that gathers a movement around them. It has momentum. And this character, this clown character, who is David Bowie here, is standing on this, standing in their divine power with this gold. They're lighting up from their divine knowing that the world is a ridiculous place and we can't focus on everything. Like I said before, do your part. Take one little thing that you can do. If you can type an email, if you can make a phone call, then do that. If you can do more, make a sign and put it on an overpass. Put stickers around your neighborhood. Just make your voice heard. Make it known that we will not back down. So the sacred clown is saying, hold on to what you truly believe in, mock him. And it's going, Jimmy Kimmel is the sacred clown right now. He's the comedian. And everybody woke up to, wow, our free speech is being taken away, right? I just realized that Jimmy Kimmel is the sacred clown. You can make fun of things, but also at the same time be showing what you believe in and helping others to get through this time. So Jimmy Kimmel is weighing very much on his head. In the hopes and fears, we have the Tower. So he's really declining. This is a very dark card. I don't know if you'll be able to see it so well. But the Tower is just, his whole world is shattering. And that's good news for us. But what it does mean to me, the hope is, yes, he will totally crumble, and more than likely, sooner than later. But we also, when everything collapses for him, our fear is, we saw J.D. Vance and S.S. Miller going at CK's audience. So we have to beware of once he crumbles, which will be very soon, hopefully. Don't come for me if it doesn't happen, but hopefully soon. We have to worry of what will rise up behind him, because we want to build a new future. We don't want their future. We don't want Project 2025 and Peter Thiel and the Heredity, whatever's they are. We don't want the Project 2025. And his outcome card is a powerful, it is a powerful card because it's victory. So it's telling me Donald Trump has a victory. Hold on, I want to just look at the book. Hold on. Guys, this is really interesting. It is a card of having victory. But in this deck, the Six of Wands says, I lead through example. And we know he has led his followers off the cliff. Instead of being a good leader, he went down the dark path. But what I find really fascinating here is it says this. Like the great hero Odysseus in Homer's epic poem, The Odyssey, this returning leader may well have much treachery to deal with at home. To leave one's home and venture off, no matter how noble the cause, means this aspect of life is left to the wanderings of fate. In this, the one who returns in triumph must be alert to their immediate environment. I think that just says it all. I hope you'll go back to this little passage if I didn't say it clearly or fast enough. I don't think I'm going to go any further because I'm already at 28 minutes, I think. Sorry this was so long, but I really just wanted to do an overview on his health because he's so mentally unstable right now. I'm going to be back, hopefully. I'm still not, I feel really good today, but it's my attitude that feels good. I feel a little bit feverish still, but I'm going to try to get back with more readings. I'm not going to use this deck, though, because it's really hard to see. But I hope you enjoyed the reading. And again, I just want to thank one of my viewers who sent me a Patreon donation on Sunday, and I just want to thank her so much. I don't know if she wanted her name to be called out, so I'll just say it's a she, and I just want to thank you. Thank you all for watching. Sorry, I'm talking to the table. I should be talking to you. Thank you all for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, and come back today to my channel because hopefully I'll have more readings for you. Maybe tonight they'll be out, but I thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.